Hello, guys. How's it going? Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another What's in the Press. I know I just had one yesterday, but you know what? I forgot a couple, and I felt really bad about it because one in particular belongs to Paul from Moose Creek, Ontario, and Paul came down to the shop. When was that? Back in a few months back, and he gave me his books, but he forgot his form at home, his submission form, and unfortunately, because of that, I, I I lost track of him. He sent me in another comic, and he included the form with that, but I hadn't unpacked it yet, so I kind of went by him. He was a part of the July submission, so anyways, long story short, getting Paul's books done. And there's another fella too I want to talk a bit about his books also. But first, I'll show you Paul's. And Paul submits to us and I also have a FedEx coming today. Let me just make sure they're not here. The dog might bark. Oh, he's not here yet. The dogs may bark. This will be a very short What's in the Press, guys, because I have to keep my ear open for the FedEx guys. Anyways, Paul's books. Here we go. First off, A Werewolf by Night, 6.5. We're going to take this baby out of here and see if we can get her bumped to at least a 7. It's quite dirty on the back. But other than that, it's a pretty solid book. So that's the first one of Paul's books I'm going to work on. Then we have also some modern books, and one is excluded now. Spider-Gwen 16 we are not doing, but we got a Spider-Gwen number 1, modern books. Another variant copy. Again, I never know variants from whatever, but anyways, there's that one. Here's a cover swipe from the McFarlane Spider-Man series. Spider-Man number, another variant copy. Gotta love this. An Amazing Spider-Man 194. Book is really heated up the last few weeks, months. Another nice copy of Into the Spider-Verse. Well, I guess Edge of the Spider-Verse. Number 2, first Spider-Gwen. And this one's got some labels all over it. Labels off. Gwenpool. So some nice books from our friend Paul. And again, Paul, apologize that your books were kind of in limbo there, but I'm so glad he contacted me last night. I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, your book should be coming up, but I couldn't find his form. And that's why I couldn't find his form. People often say, do I have to fill out a submission form? Do I really have to fill out a submission form? Yes, you have to fill out a submission form. The submission forms keep me, I have so many books coming into the shop now that if I don't have a submission form attached to your books, they'll be safe and they're fine, but I won't know to find them. There's just too many clients now. So those submission forms are absolutely necessary. It wasn't Paul's fault. It probably was my fault because when I got back from the shop that day, I should have went online and printed off his form, but I didn't. What can I say? Anyhow, next, these books, I didn't want to do them. I want to do them, but I wanted to do them slowly because I wanted to do a video, before and after video. These are Frank's books, and Frank comes to us from Coldwater, Ontario, way up north somewhere there, up northern Ontario. Not too far north, I don't think. But anyhow, these are some really great books that were not, I may have discussed these before with you. I don't remember if I have or not, but they were not, at least in Frank's opinion, they were not taken to their fullest in terms of being pressed and cleaned and what have you. And I tended to agree with him. So what I wanted to do was do videos of each of these, take them out, press and clean them again, and show before and after pictures, before and after videos. I'd love to do that sort of stuff, guys. I just don't have the damn time. I wish I did because it's fun, right? It's fun to really see what can be done, especially to books that are apparently pressed and cleaned already. Anyways, looking at these books right off the bat, we saw there was some things that could probably continue to be fixed or improved upon. Like this book, I'm looking at this one. Here's Avengers number 48 in a 7-0. I'm looking at the back cover, and it doesn't look like it's been cleaned, and there's actually an embossing here. Someone wrote, I think it says 75. What does that say there? Yeah, 70. So there's a 75-cent mark right here. Someone wrote 75 cents with pencil. It was erased, but the mark, the impression is still there. Why? Why is that impression still there? It should have been minimized, if not removed completely. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to remove that completely because it should have been. You don't want to do, if you're saying you're going to press and clean a book, press and clean the book. Don't do one thing and not the other, or go half-assed on one thing and not the other. Do it right and take the book to its fullest. This one, we feel, both Frank and I, this one can be improved some more. Also, another Werewolf by Night 32, a 4.0 in this case. Again, I'm looking through it. I can see ripples in this book, lots of ripples in this book. Why are there ripples in this book? I don't know. Again, this could have been badly water damaged, and maybe it was pressed, and we are seeing the remnants of that, but perhaps I can take it a little further. I have had good luck in getting rid of the ripples. Again, having the right equipment is important. These dry mount presses are the bomb for pressing. Maybe that's what it needs. But I can certainly see problems through this beautiful copy of Werewolf by Night 32. So we're going to open that baby up as well. Also, Silver Surfer number 4. We're going to crack that out and redo it again. Doesn't look too dirty on the back, this one. But again, I'm seeing dents and, like, why are there dents on the book? Oh yeah, lots of embossing here. Tons of embossing. There's someone's name written on here. When I say embossing, guys, it's like someone had a paper over it and wrote something on it, and it transferred to the front cover. So, like, sometimes, depending on how intense that is, it can be removed. If the paper quality is brittle or tanned, sometimes it's hard to remove embossing. You can minimize it, but to get rid of it completely, the page quality needs to be pretty good, right? It needs to be pretty good. But that, it looks like an attempt had not even been made to remove that. Also, sometimes with embossing, if the person was pressing hard on with a pencil or the pen, and they could damage the fibers of the paper. Again, if the book's paper quality was poor at the time, then again, the damage is probably permanent. But again, I think I can minimize that quite a bit. Boy, I got a lot of, this is the sunlight coming in here, guys. So apologize if I look very angelic. Well, I look angelic, I guess. Anyways, here's a nice book you guys probably recognize. Giant Size X-Men number 1 and a 6.0. This one here was an older CGC label, and I do see some issues here that can probably be fixed up. Oh yeah, lots at the top there for sure. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, you can see some of that. Yeah, look at that. Check those out. We'll fix all that up. This book has probably not been worked on at all. So we'll get that one cleaned up. And we finish Frank's submission off with another Giant Size X-Men number 1 in an 8.0. And again, I'm seeing things that I'm like, okay, yeah. I remember when you brought this to the shop, I was like, yeah, what's going on here? There's a big dent right on the, if you can see this one or not. Towards the edge here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show this one to you. Right along here, no, sorry. Right along here, there's a dent. Let's see if I can get you to see it. No, it's too hard to see through the acrylic. But anyways, there are issues with this one too that I'm gonna fix up as well. So I'm gonna crack all of those slabs out, clean and press, and send those off. And again, I apologize to those guys. Frank's been waiting probably for as long as, in fact, he may have been there the same time as, or around the same week or the week after of Paul's book. So his books were right. I want to get them done a lot faster. And they're big books too, in terms of big dollar books. So I want to get those done for him. But again, I was being a little bit selfish because I wanted to do a video before and after, and I kept putting it off. Anyways, I'm not putting it off anymore. I got to get this guy's books done. There'll be more books in the future I can certainly work with. Anyways, guys, again, a very quick what's in the press. I'll go to the chat room. I don't usually do what's in the press this early in the day. Maybe I'll go over and say hi to everybody and see who's in the house, and maybe where is my chat window, and see who's here. Oh, I got to fix that first. 1 second, guys. Let me get the chat window going. Restore the chat. Pop out chat. Oh yeah, guys, give me 1 sec, guys. I'll get this working really quick. and paste and okay. And it should be there. Yes, it is. Boom. There we go. All right. Let's see. And I'll bring the chat over. All right. Let's see who's here. Okay. Hey, Luke's here. Prince Zodiac's here. How you doing, buddy? Frank, how's it going? And those are Frank's books. That's right. The ones we just looked at were Frank's books. So I got to fix my screen here. Hold on. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when I do an early day. When I do an early day, what's in the press, and I don't configure my OBS ahead of time. There we go. Okay. Oh, where'd it go now? Oh, brother, there it is. Okay, so yeah, so Frank's here. Thanks. Prince is here again. Luke, another one so fast. Yes, I think I explained as to why. Rob Delaney, how's it going, Rob? And James is in the house. Sam's here again from Scarborough, of course. Keep them coming. Yes, I'm working on it. I was hoping for a CGC unboxing. They're arriving any minute. I have, I think, 2 boxes coming, 1 or 2 boxes coming back today. And I was kind of afraid of coming on here because for that reason, my dogs will start barking and become anarchy in the house. And I'd have to leave the stream to go and answer the door. I'll only be on here for another 5 or 10 minutes and then I'll take off myself. Sam, will there be an unboxing later? Yeah, today, not unless I get them in. I'll probably do an unboxing over the weekend. If 1 comes in today or 2 come in today, I'll do an unboxing probably on Sunday. That's when I'll do it. Kevin said, send the CGC invoice my way for that Christmas Eve unboxing. Thanks, brother. You know what, Ben? I think I did, but we were having issues with that email last time. Maybe send me another email address. I'm pretty sure I sent it off to you already, but I could be wrong. I'll have a look again. Okay, see you, James. Yo, Wayne, how's it going? And Wayne says something there I can't read because I'm not sure what it says, but I'm sure it's something very nice. Right, Wayne? Hey, Stav, how's it going, buddy? Luke, how many boxes are coming back from CGC? I think I've got 3 or 4 heading back right now, and there is a Vampirella in there. I'm pretty sure it's yours. Luke, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, us Greek never work. Oh, yeah, sure. Thomas Grant, you should send all that plastic back to CGC. Help them out with their plastic shortage. I know, I really do feel bad when I have all this plastic that I'm throwing in the garbage. I hate doing that. And I mean, I try to do my part when I send books to CGC, I put them all in brand new bags. And even though sometimes the people submit their books to me and are in good shape, sometimes there's like dust and dirt inside of them. I don't want to stuff a freshly clean and pressed book into a bag that's dirty or has been compromised. So I always use fresh bags. That being said, if the boards are salvageable, I do recycle the boards. I send them down to CGC, but I'm sure at that point they then recycle those boards as well too. I'm sure they go back to I hope they recycle them. They don't end up in a landfill somewhere. But I hate to say that I think that these plastic slabs, the inner sleeves, probably end up in a landfill, which I don't like that, to be honest. But what am I going to do? Are you going to try to send a ton of books to CGC before a new fees? Emmanuel, there's only so much I can do. I mean, I'm just going to do business as usual. I can't promise anything. And that's why I was kind of upset. If you watched my video the other day, I was pretty ticked off about them giving us a 2-week notice, which is absolute bullshit. They should have given us a few months notice as far as I'm concerned. But anyhow, I'm just going to send when I can send. If I can get in before the due date, great. But I'm not going to ramp it up and stress out and try to get everyone's books done. I couldn't get everyone's books done if I wanted to. It's impossible. I've got probably 1,000 books here right now. So I'll do my best. That's all I can say, unfortunately. Wayne, no, not Greek. Just too many Danforth friends. Plus, it was in honor of Omicron. Oh, yes. Sam, he said, good afternoon, Kevin. Sam, thank you. Thank you for translating. I can't even try to pronounce it because I can't even try that. Peter's here. Finished Dr. Wu. Hopefully the CGC boxes aren't 1 order per box. There's a few bigger ones in there, but there's some smaller orders as well. James is here from New Mexico. Hello, James. And Stavros says he can unpressed. He came unpressed. He can unpressed. Again, out of context, I'm not sure. Wayne, I think you should be, and hope you are charging people even for those comics you don't press. Your time is money. Remember that. Oh, I see. Um, yeah, I know what you're saying, but if someone gives me a box of books and they don't want them pressed, they just want them sent to CGC, I make a little bit off of CGC. I sometimes, depending on how many books, if there's no pressing at all, sometimes I'll charge a little surcharge to do all the paperwork because it takes time. If I'm putting 50 books into the CGC system, that's going to take me an hour to do. So I'll charge $20 or $30 to do that, you know? But yeah, I know what you're saying. But if someone has like a bunch of books to be pressed and half the books aren't being pressed, I'll just, if they want me to look them over really quick, I'll do that. And maybe I should charge. I don't right now, you know. To me, again, if it becomes a cumbersome thing, then I will obviously charge for it. That's my take on it. And oftentimes I'll have you know, sometimes there's work I don't want to do, you know, and then I'll charge for it, right? Because I don't really want to do it either. Charge a handling fee. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy the way things are now. The way I've done it, and now that CGC has changed their prices, I got to go back to my website and change all my prices again. I'm going to the way I've done it. It used to be they used to give us 20%. So on $100 submission, the dealer would make $20. They changed that to 15%. Like, holy cow, man. It almost becomes really worth it because, again, you have upkeep costs. You've got the boxes and the bubble wrap. It all costs money. I go and see Jim over in Pickering there to buy bubble wrap sometimes and boxes. It all costs money, right? I got to pay for that. Insurance, again. And I only charge insurance to people with big books. Like if you've got like a super huge book, then I charge the insurance, right? Or I ask if you want to be fully covered for that. And I make a bit on that as well. But I'm pretty content with what I'm getting for the CGC side of it. But what I have done though is I still, even though they went down to 15, I do the 20%. I still add a little bit on top of that because the CGC is a lot of work. It really honestly is. I'm telling you, I'm fielding emails and texts all the time. Are my books in? What's the progress on my books? You know, and that I'm dealing with that probably 3, 4, 5 times a day. Where I'm getting stopped. I have to stop what I'm doing to talk to somebody about how the process in which their books are in or where are my books at. So that does take me away from pressing, and the time does add up. So CGC doing it again. If I didn't have to do CGC, I wouldn't do CGC. I know if Luke is still there, he's heard me complain about it time and time again. It's a bit of a pain. And then, a book comes back cracked and now I have to deal with that. And again, there's more time, right? How much, if a book comes back cracked and I made $15 on that book, now I got to pack it back up again, send it back in again, and send an email to request it. It's all time. And then it becomes time. Right? Then I gotta follow that book for the next month and a half. So it all adds up. So that's all I'm saying. And I mean, whether I'm doing your CGC or someone else is doing your CGC submissions for you, be patient with them, to a certain extent, be patient with them. It's hard to say. I mean, because the wait times are so long, people get freaked out, and I totally get it. I totally understand that. So I don't come down hard on people. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. You're not bothering me. No one ever bothers me, right? It's just, it comes with the territory. If you're going to be a CGC dealer, you're going to have to field those types of calls, those emails, and put people's minds at ease, knowing their comics are safe and they're fine and they're in queue. That's all, it's just a waiting game. We're all just waiting. So yeah, anyhow, Wayne, where are my books? But if you're scanning, applying your expertise and essentially consulting, yeah, Wayne, you're right. I mean, I should probably charge $5 a book or something for that. Maybe I'll start doing that. You're not incorrect. Stavros. Plus, you might need to deal with the unknown. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. When you're dealing with CGC, there's a lot of that stuff goes on. You know what I was doing, and this is a big headache, and I had to stop. As you know, I had to start charging HST. And the main reason I had to start charging HST was because of the CGC. You know that in Canada, your threshold for charging HST is $30,000. Once you've made $30,000, you have to start charging HST. That's our, if you're in the United States, that's our sales tax here, 13%. And by the way, if you're American and you send your books to me, I don't charge you the HST. That doesn't apply to you because you're American. Anyhow, so what I was offering to some people was, you know what, if you want, I can submit your books for you and use your credit card, and you won't be charged HST. And so on a big order, on a $2,000 or $3,000 order, that's not bad, right? You save a few $100. So I was offering that, and guess what happens? See, I would bill the people for other stuff like pressing and shipping, and that's fine, and charge them the HST on that, which would be not very much. And I would not charge them for the CGC part of it, which is sometimes $2,000, $3,000. 2-3 months go by, and I discovered that the CGC billed me. Even though I put the other person's credit card on the form, I put their address on it, they're shipping back to them directly, they would ship the books back to me, and they would charge me. And in some cases, I missed it. I'd miss it. I'd say, oh, wait a second. And I would notice I want to do my accounting and I'm low. I'm out here. What's going on? Why am I out? Then I look back and I go, well, whoa, they did where Bob was supposed to pay for his own books. I paid for Bob's books, and Bob hasn't told me that, and Bob hasn't reimbursed me. So then I have to backtrack and become like, private investigator and figure out, call CGC and figure out who was billed. And oh my God, time on the phone with CGC's accounting department. Oh yeah, your credit card was billed and so's wasn't. I'm like, well, why wasn't it billed? It was supposed to, well, they made a mistake. So from that time on, and that happened 3 times already, guys, I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. You're being charged HST if you're using CGC through me. It's all there is to it, because now, if CGC, if their accounting department was on the ball and they were accurately doing things, and so be it. But they're not. And what a headache it is for me. In fact, I found another one just 2 days ago where I thought my customer was billed, but I don't think he was billed. I think I was billed, and I didn't bill him. It was a $2,000 bill. So now I have to go back and double check with CGC, make sure, and then I have to recreate a new invoice and send it. Anyways, you're right. The unknown is certainly there, but I'm trying to keep things simple. No more tweaks. It is what it is. I'm at that point now where I have to charge HST. Is the way it goes, unfortunately. And I don't want to do it, but I have to. And Wayne, says, I keep getting emails from your sister today. Small world. Uh-oh. Yeah, where are all my books? Yeah, COVID. Yeah. Wayne's kids go to my sister's the vice principal at a high school in Pickering, and Wayne's kids go there. And so he keeps getting emails from another Polidano, but it's not me. Mr. Kevin Horn. Hello, Kevin. How's it going? From Thunder Bay. Good talking to you the other day. Thanks, Kevin, for tuning in. Stavros, you can't put a value on trust. Stavros, that's the main thing. The two things I always want to make sure. One, you can trust me 100%. I will not rip anybody off. Your books are safe. They're not going anywhere. And I'll do a good job on your books. That's it. 2 things. The books are in good hands. I don't want your books. Like who was I talking to yesterday? I've heard things about people swapping books out and all that stuff. Yeah, and I'm sure that kind of nonsense happens, but why would anybody in there would want to do that? You know what I mean? Maybe it's because I am a teacher and I do have another, income, and I'm fine. I'm not, I don't know what's the word I'm trying to look for. If all I had was, if I was a comic dealer and all I was selling was comic books and I had a business like this and times were tough, maybe I would become, desperate. And I wouldn't say, I hope I wouldn't do that, but perhaps people do. They get desperate and they try to find a way to make ends meet, so to speak. I don't have that problem because I'm fine. I mean, knock on wood, I've worked hard to get where I've gotten. My wife's worked hard to get where she's gotten. Our family is pretty stable and financially and what have you. So that kind of, I guess you could say, what's the word I'm looking for? That sort of temptation. There's no temptation. I just understand. I always thought I'd be good at this type of thing because I value my own collection and I love it and I honor it and I worked hard for it. I know everybody else has too. So I just want to make everybody else's collection as nice as it can be and help them get those books CGC'd safely, because I do know how onerous it is and how scary it is. And I just try, and that's why I'm doing these videos too, so you can get to know me and understand that I'm on here regularly, and you can talk to me and engage with me and find out information about your comic books if you need me. So anyways, but thanks for that. Wayne, Kevin is a patient to a fault. I have been bugging him since last May, and he hasn't yelled at me yet. Oh, I won't yell at you. I just block your phone number, Wayne. That's all I do. Kevin Horn, by the way, we are minus 30. Woo! Minus 11 here today. We're minus 11 in Oshawa, and Kevin Horn is way, way up north, Northern Ontario, way North Ontario, minus 30. No thanks, Kevin. Stay in and keep warm. Peter, I felt bad just asking for an update on the CGC submission with you that one time. Guys, I have no problem. Really, all you have to do is, if I've billed you, you can pretty much gauge how much time till you get your books back based on that. Go to CGC's website, go to their turnaround time. They have a service and fees section and has a current turnaround time. So if you think back to when did Kevin bill me? So if Kevin billed me in July, on July 15th, for example, and the turnaround time is 100 days, well, then do the math, and that's around when you're going to get your books back. That's all you got to do. Bernardo Garcia. Hi, Doc. Good afternoon to all. How you doing, Bernardo? How you doing? Good to have you here. Wayne says, don't feel bad, Peter. I am way worse. No, honestly, guys, you're not. You're not way worse. You're not way worse. I tell people again, if you want your books yesterday, don't give them to me. Please go somewhere else, because you're not going to get them super fast. What is 155 business days in months? Oh, geez, I don't know. 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, my God, a lot. A lot. 30, 60. No, it's 20 business days a month. So, right? So do the math on that. That's pretty ugly. Pretty ugly, guys. Oh, speaking of, I just got your email, Ben, if you're still there. Anyways, guys, listen. Minus 30. What? I'm bitching about high of 35. Prince Zodiac, where are you again? Uh-oh. I see a white truck. Oh. Yep. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I hate to put you. Is he stopping here? Yeah. Okay. FedEx just pulled in, guys. So I'm going to take off. I do have to get out of here because they just pulled in. Thanks for coming by. I got to go. 2 boxes are guaranteed. I'll see you on Sunday for the unboxing. Until then, take care. Bye for now. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and all that stuff. Bye, guys. Have a good night.